Hey there, book lovers! Ever feel like personal finance and investing are just too complicated, filled with formulas and jargon that make your head spin? Or perhaps you've realized that making smart money decisions feels less about math and more about emotions and behavior. If you're ready to truly understand wealth, not just how to get it, but how to think about it in a way that brings happiness and security, then you're exactly where you need to be. Welcome to Bummary, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the powerful insights from today's most impactful books. Today, we're diving into a modern classic that completely reframed our understanding of finance, The Psychology of Money: Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel. The heart of the matter, beyond math, it's about behavior. Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money delivers a revolutionary message that cuts through decades of traditional financial advice. He argues that success with money has little to do with how smart you are or how much you know about complex financial models, and almost everything to do with how you behave. Finance is often taught as a math-based field where formulas and data dictate outcomes. But in the real world, people don't make financial decisions on spreadsheets. They make them around the dinner table, in emotional moments, driven by biases, unique experiences, and often plain irrationality. The book's core insight is that understanding human psychology, our biases, and our often flawed instincts is far more crucial to building and keeping wealth than any stock market prediction or economic forecast. Housel distills complex ideas into engaging stories and short, memorable chapters, each offering a timeless lesson on wealth, greed, and happiness. It's about building a better financial mindset, understanding the emotional pitfalls, and ultimately using money to achieve true freedom and fulfillment rather than just accumulation. Key teachings: unpacking timeless lessons on wealth and life. Housel presents his insights as individual, profound lessons. Let's explore some of the most impactful ones that will fundamentally change how you think about money. Lesson 1. No one's crazy. This is a foundational concept. Housel argues that everyone makes financial decisions that seem crazy to us, but make perfect sense to them, given their unique experiences and historical contexts. Someone who grew up in poverty might view risk differently than someone who grew up wealthy. Your definition of safe or reckless is shaped by your personal journey. Understanding this removes judgment and fosters empathy, not just for others, but for your own past financial choices. It helps you recognize that financial behavior is learned, not just rational. So, with that crucial understanding of diverse financial behaviors, let's explore how even seemingly external forces play a much bigger role than we often realize.
Lesson 2. Luck and risk are two sides of the same coin. Building on the idea that everyone's financial decisions make sense to them, Housel then dives into a powerful concept. Luck and risk are two sides of the same coin. We often credit massive success solely to genius and extreme failure solely to stupidity. But Housel challenges this by showing how deeply intertwined luck, forces completely beyond your control, and risk, the potential for things to go wrong, are in nearly every financial outcome. He illustrates that exceptional success or devastating failure often happens not just because of skill or a lack thereof, but because of powerful, unpredictable forces. The crucial lesson here is one of humility and compassion. Be humble when things go extraordinarily well for you, recognizing that luck likely played a role. And be compassionate when things go poorly for others, understanding that risk often includes factors beyond their control. This doesn't mean ignoring effort or responsibility, but rather focusing on increasing your odds over time through good decisions rather than attributing everything to personal genius or personal fault. It's about acknowledging the randomness in the system. Lesson 3. Never enough. This chapter confronts one of humanity's most persistent challenges, the endless desire for more. Housel warns against the goalpost effect, the tendency to always move your target further and further away once you hit a previous one. He illustrates how dangerous it is to have never enough as a guiding principle. This insatiable desire often pushes people to take bigger and bigger risks, sometimes even sacrificing what they already have, their reputation, their family, their freedom, in pursuit of something that will ultimately not bring satisfaction. The profound lesson here is about knowing when to stop, when to say enough, and truly defining what enough means to you beyond just accumulating more. It's about understanding the invisible line where enough becomes too much, protecting what you have, valuing contentment, and recognizing that the highest form of wealth is the ability to walk away from the table happy with your current winnings, even if there's a chance for more. It's about setting boundaries for greed. Lesson 4. Compounding is hard to grasp. We all nod knowingly at the mention of compounding interest, understanding it intellectually, but Housel argues that truly, viscerally understanding its power and its slow, often unspectacular nature is incredibly difficult for our human brains to grasp. Growth that seems minuscule on a daily, weekly, or even yearly basis becomes absolutely astronomical over decades. Think of Warren Buffett's wealth. Almost all of it was accumulated after his 50th birthday, due to the sheer power of consistent compounding over an incredibly long time. The key takeaway here is the importance of patience and consistency, even when progress feels invisible or agonizingly slow. It's the ultimate example of how behavior, like consistent saving, consistent investing, and letting your money work for you over decades, often trumps raw intelligence, complex financial strategies, or attempts at market timing. It's about acknowledging the randomness in the system.
Lesson 5. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Building upon the principles of compounding and the long game, Housel then introduces a critical distinction. Getting wealthy and staying wealthy are two entirely different skills. Getting wealthy often requires taking risks, being bold, seeking growth, and pushing boundaries. It's about ambition and finding opportunities. Think of the startup founder who bets big and innovates. Staying wealthy, however, requires a completely different set of attributes, often the opposite: humility, prudence, a healthy dose of fear, caution, and even a touch of paranoia that it could all be lost. It's about protecting what you have, not just constantly seeking more. This highlights the immense importance of survival in finance, the ability to stay in the game long enough for compounding to work its magic and for your assets to grow consistently. It's about resilience, avoiding ruin, and ensuring that temporary setbacks don't knock you out of the long-term game entirely. The goal isn't just to win big once, it's to stay winning for decades. Lesson 7. Room for error. This concept, often referred to as a margin of safety, is absolutely critical, yet often overlooked. Housel argues that the biggest financial decisions aren't about being perfectly right or predicting the future with precision. They're about being resilient when you're inevitably wrong. Uncertainty is a constant in life and in finance. Unexpected events, recessions, job loss, health crises happen. Therefore, building a room for error into your financial plans is not pessimistic. It's profoundly realistic and wise. This means having an emergency fund, diversifying your investments, avoiding excessive debt, and perhaps having a job skill that isn't dependent on one industry. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can withstand the unforeseen, that a single bad decision or unexpected crisis won't wipe you out. It's the quiet confidence that allows you to stay in the game long enough for your good plans to eventually pay off. It protects your downside, ensuring you survive to enjoy the upside. How the psychology of money transforms your financial life. So, after exploring these powerful and often counterintuitive lessons, how does internalizing the psychology of money actually lead to profound changes in your financial decision-making and your overall well-being? This book works by making personal finance deeply relatable and behavior-focused. Instead of overwhelming you with complex charts, intricate formulas, or abstract investment strategies, it brilliantly zeroes in on the human element.
It encourages profound self-awareness about your own unique biases, underlying fears, and often unconscious motivations when it comes to money. By truly understanding why you make certain financial choices, the irrational ones, the emotional ones, the ones based on your history, you gain the incredible power to make better ones, consciously aligning your behavior with your long-term goals. It serves as a practical guide to identifying common financial pitfalls and equips you with a psychological toolkit to navigate them with greater wisdom and less emotional turbulence. It also functions as a powerful guide to cultivating long-term perspective and ultimately achieving true financial freedom. Housel consistently emphasizes the immense value of patience, humility, and the astonishing power of consistent compounding over extended periods. By elegantly redefining wealth as genuine freedom and control over your most precious resource, your time, rather than just a collection of flashy possessions, the book liberates you from the exhausting keeping up with the Joneses race. It empowers you to consciously build a financial life that truly serves your happiness and aligns with your deepest values, allowing you to achieve a profound sense of calm, security, and true abundance that no mere amount of money, without this understanding, can ever buy. It's not simply about getting rich, it's about staying rich and living rich in the truest, most meaningful sense of the word. Bummary's overall rating, 9.8 out of 10. We at Bummary consider The Psychology of Money an absolute masterpiece and an essential read for literally anyone who earns, spends, saves, or even just thinks about money, which is every single one of us. Morgan Housel's unparalleled ability to distill incredibly complex financial concepts into compelling, relatable stories and profound behavioral insights is truly remarkable. This book offers timeless wisdom that transcends fleeting market trends and provides a clear, actionable path to better financial decision-making and, crucially, greater life satisfaction. It's a book that truly equips you with the mental tools for not just financial success, but genuine financial peace. The only reason it doesn't get a perfect 10 is simply because, like any behavioral book, its profound effectiveness ultimately relies on the reader's willingness to honestly self-reflect and apply its principles consistently over time. It's a journey of continuous practice, but the profound clarity and relatable nature of its lessons make that commitment feel incredibly worthwhile. Ready to master the psychology of money? So there you have it, the comprehensive insights from Morgan Housel's groundbreaking book, The Psychology of Money. If you're ready to fundamentally transform your relationship with money, make smarter financial decisions driven by wisdom instead of raw emotion, and build true, lasting wealth that genuinely supports your freedom and happiness, this book is an absolute, undeniable must-read for you. If this in-depth summary has truly shifted your perspective and you're eager to explore all of Housel's brilliant lessons and illuminating anecdotes, we highly recommend picking up a copy of the full book. It's packed with even more profound insights, compelling stories, and practical wisdom designed to help you master the most crucial aspects of wealth. You can find it at all major bookstores and online retailers now. And if you found this extensive Bummary helpful, insightful, and you're ready to make your money work smarter for you, please give us a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more amazing content and reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next insightful book summary. What's one common money mistake you've made or observed others make that this book's insights could help prevent? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for turning in to Bummary. Until next time, make wise choices with your money and live a truly rich life.